Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks so much for joining me today for this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot. Firstly, I'd just like to say that Uranus and Algol are really conjunct, like very tight at the moment. Mars has been in this sort of configuration as well, but it's moving away now. So the peak period was 11th of July to the 20th of July. But Mars is sort of moving away. But there is some sort of aftermath there as well. So there's 4 star signs that are very much affected by this very significant celestial event. And that is Taurus, because Algol is in Taurus. Aquarius, because Uranus rules over Aquarius. And it is at Algol's at 26 degrees 30 minutes approximately at the moment. Uranus is moving over the top, coming into that kind of energy. Scorpio is very much affected as well, especially the late degrees of Scorpio. So anything around 26 degrees 30 minutes, Scorpio is affected. And as I mentioned, Mars rules over Aries, but it's moving away. So just please be careful. Don't take any risks at the moment, and be very careful when you are walking, especially in the dark, okay? You really need to have the light on. Don't take any risks, okay? I'm hearing all sorts of reports from friends and all sorts of people at the moment about various misfortunes, okay? But if you're reasonably use a bit of common sense, you'll be fine. Let's go to the board now and we'll get on with this. Okay, so we're doing pick a card, and we're doing cards 1 to 5. So pick a number 1 to 5, and I'm doing number 1 right now. What do I see? What's this potato here? Mr. Potato Head. I don't know. I think that was a kid's thing on TV once. Let me know in the comments. I don't remember. But yeah, it makes me think, if you've got any Irish background there, you might have a special relationship with potatoes like I do. However, I'm not sure they're entirely good for your diet if you eat too many. So maybe consider cutting down on carbohydrates if you pick card number 1. The card that comes out for you for this week is the King of Wands. Well, you can see, yes, this is somebody who is very motivated. This is somebody who is inspiring. He is somebody who really knows what to do to get his act together. He's grounded in practicality. Now, you see this lizard here? That's all about listening to your instincts and taking action. The sunflowers here, happiness, contentment. You could meet somebody like this, the King of Wands, and he would help you in some way. He tends to be a more generous, noble sort of person, very conscientious and honest, quite spiritually aware, and as a king, he's in control of his own life. So you could meet somebody like this who helps you out. It may be a woman. Don't get confused and think because it's a king it's a man. It could be a woman, but it's more likely to be a mature woman who knows what she's doing, okay? Practical, down-to-earth advice, and could help you out in some way. That's number 1. Number 2. Card number 2. Okay, so that one just flew out. It's the Ace of Cups. So I'll just close my eyes and see if there's a picture there. Now I've seen that, I'm a bit influenced perhaps by it. Yeah, I am definitely influenced because the vision is 2 pipes coming out of the wall like taps, okay? So it's along these lines, and there's water, coming out of the taps. So it's about vitality, it's about new energy, new emotional energy that comes through. It's very rejuvenating, okay? You could feel a sense of joy, of beauty, love, peace. All the nice feelings come with this. Rejuvenation and just energy coming to you. So that's lovely. Enjoy that. Okay. Number 3, card number 3. What do I see for you? Card number 3. Okay, there's some letters here. Somebody's writing letters with a fountain pen, as you do. So this is just about messages coming in. They could be from women. I get a very feminine sort of vibe around this. The handwriting is beautiful, actually. And so I'd say be open to all opportunities coming in. There's a woman who's got a hand on some salt here. It's like a block of salt. She's got a hand and she's got all sorts of rings happening. And salt is like for purification, but it's also a preservative. So it might be something to do with past energies coming back to you, past memories, or maybe you hear some sort of news about somebody you used to know. Let's see what card we get for number 3. The Devil card. Okay, we haven't had this card for, it must be a couple of years, it seems like. So long. Fears and anxieties are rising to the surface. Now I understand. Isn't there a saying about you throw a pinch of salt over your shoulder for good luck or to ward off evil spirits or something like that? Let me know in the comments. But this is like fears and anxieties rising up. Don't buy into any of the trauma and drama going on in the background. There's a lot of trauma and drama in people's lives right at the moment. You can detach and not get involved. Even if it does involve you, don't get emotionally involved. You may need to do some practical things and look after practical things and take some actions. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying don't get emotionally involved. But I feel like a sense of anxiety or worry about something, okay? Just step back. Upstairs has it all in control, okay? This idea of devil, it's just energy that is in the dark that you're unaware of. You'll become aware of it and then it will change. You're in a huge transformational process at the moment if you pick card number 3, and we're going to find the second half of this year is very much different to the first, so don't worry, it's all working out. Upstairs has got control of this. Trust. Number 4, what do I see for you? I think these are, I don't even know if they're relevant anymore, but certainly in the 60s, transistors and in electronics, and you know, then we had the rise of all these consumer goods, radios, TVs, etc., and they use transistor technology, which is old, of course. Now I don't think anything uses transistors anymore, but that's what I'm seeing. But I don't know what transistors even do in electronics, but I'm getting a sense of energy going in and energy going out, and maybe it's like a transmitter. They seem to have 3 legs. It's like a tripod, what I can see, and so I feel like I want to say the word amplifier. Maybe you're an amplifier of energy if you pick card number 4. Okay, the card that comes out is the 5 of Pentacles. This is concern about money. And if you are worried about money, first thing is to know it's temporary. It's not forever. It's also about how you view your situation, because notice here in these windows there's lots of different coloured panes of glass. So windows and panes of glass are opportunities, and there's lots of different types. So even if you are having concerns about money at the moment, there's options with it, okay? So, you know, it's hard, especially where it's cold. It's cold down south. I mean, it's a bit cold. We say it's cold in Queensland, but it's really not. But down south in Melbourne and Tasmania, it's really cold, and in the Highlands it's really cold. So it's important to stay warm, and, you know, we haven't had an issue much, you know, in terms of people being cold in Australia and freezing to death like in other countries. England has that all the time, every year. That tens of thousands of people freeze to death, which is unbelievable to me. We don't have that here. But this is basically saying, look after yourself, stay warm, try not to worry about money. There are options. You need to consider new options that you haven't thought of previously. It might be get a job or get another job or something like that. Employers are screaming out for people to work at the moment. It's hard to find people. Okay, so there are options available to you. Number five, what do I see for you? I see a sharp pair of scissors. This is about cutting something off from the past. And it doesn't mean it's a relationship, although it could be, but it could be anything. It's just about it's time to move on, and in order to make space to move on, you might have to cut ties with a situation or maybe even a person. The card that comes out for you for number 5 is that one. Move on. This is called the Seven of Swords, traditionally called the Thief in the Night card, and it was basically, in the old days, they used to say somebody's stealing from you, but in those days they would think of, like possessions or money or something like that. But it's more likely to be they're stealing your time, they're stealing your self-esteem, they're stealing your self-respect, your energy, sucking on your energy. They're like vampires or something like that. The good news is you're moving away from it, okay? These bright yellow legs, it's like the solar plexus energy that is giving you the power to move forward. So move forward. These swords, she's got a bunch of ideas, and she's made some of them physical. She's manifested a couple of them, okay? These tents in the background, yeah, it can indicate travel and movement, sure. They're more likely to be chakras. Your chakras are opening up, which is bringing, new energy to you. So your journey's not over. There's partial success here, even if it's been, difficult in the past. Maybe there's some authority figures lording it over you or something like that. But you're on your way. So well done, you. All right, so that's our cards. So we've got Wands, Cups, the Devil, Pentacles, and Swords. Okay, so with the Minor Arcana, there's quite a, balanced sort of spread there. It seems more or less a normal week, apart from this one Devil card for number 3, where, fears, anxieties, or background problems could be impacting on you. Try to emotionally distance yourself from those. Do what you have to do. Maybe meditate and focus on the sun, bringing in good luck and bright light energy so you can see what you're doing. Okay, so that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm doing the August horoscopes at the moment. They'll be up shortly. Okay, have a wonderful week, everyone. If you're new, subscribe and be alive, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.